Oh my god, hey everybody.
Hello.
Oh my god, hey Aeron James.
Hello, Mickey Drew.
Do you know what time it is?
Wicked time.
It is wicked time according to the Time Dragon Clock, aka my phone. It is time for another unexpected Code Green. Was this unexpected? Did we know another wicked teaser was coming?
I had a feeling because seeing as they were both at the Paris Olympics for the opening ceremony, it kind of felt fitting that maybe we'd be getting a trailer of some form.
Yeah, the powers that be at Universal Studios have decided that the Olympics in Paris this year are actually about the Wicked film, and honestly, I'm not mad about the situation. You'll hang with the right cohorts, you will be good at sports. Now, if you haven't met either of us before, my name is Mickey Joe.
I'm Aeron James.
And we are both musical theatre lovers.
Yes.
And content creators here on social media, and also work in the UK theatre industry. And we have both been very excited about the upcoming Wicked film for some time. And I've been covering kind of everything we've been learning about it for the past few months here on YouTube. We both reacted to the last trailer, which was the most really substantial trailer drop. That's where we really got to get a sense of what this film was going to look like.
And we recently saw the show again, but this time in Canada.
Yeah, I've technically seen Wicked on 3 different continents, but I am beyond excited to finally get to see it on screen, because Wicked fans, you know, from the early days of Broadway have been waiting for this film for 2 decades now. So there you go. In any case, there is a new little trailer that we're going to be watching and reacting to today, and then we're going to go through it frame by frame, analysing what we can find out. And I'm not expecting there to be too many new details. There was also a behind-the-scenes featurette, and we're going to be looking at the individual frames of that subsequently, maybe just to give us a little bit more insight into some other elements of this film. But we've kind of seen everything. The only things that haven't really substantially been revealed are potential cameos, which probably won't be until the film actually happens, but we've pretty much seen every character. Doctor Dillamond was the noticeable one that we hadn't until now.
So the only person we haven't seen that's been announced as main cast is probably Kiala.
We haven't seen Kiala as Miss Cottle.
No.
So true. So true. Maybe we will in this new trailer. And we didn't see much of Ethan Slater as Bok in the last one.
No.
So again, maybe we will in this one we're about to watch. But if you enjoy this, if you want to keep up to date with all of the little details about the Wicked movie as we approach the very exciting release date, and there will be many more videos about it between now and then, and especially when it comes out, make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss the exciting video drops between now and then, and go find us both on social media. You are at Aeron James UK.
Indeed.
And I'm at Mickey Joe Theatre, and we're both on TikTok, Instagram, and the app formerly known as Twitter, and LinkedIn for business inquiries. Cool, let's watch the new Wicked trailer.
Okay, that's who is we're seeing now.
Yeah. Oh, that was... okay, stuff we've seen. Oh.
So it's Dorothy and
this is new. Circular things, balloons.
Something bad is happening in Oz.
These split-second clips.
Something bad is happening in Oz. For started something bad.
Something bad. But I don't think she ever says it in the show. And lots of I'm assuming dancing through life.
It's gonna lead you right.
New dialogue.
I love it's like Weeping Willow hair that the Oz face has.
Yeah.
There's Bok.
I have follow-up questions.
I still don't get the running and jumping in fields. I've seen that shot a couple of times. Osness zone. I can't remember it was Chistery that we saw when he transforms with his wings.
Oh, nighttime flight. A night flight. Okay.
I want to know if they're going to make it really clear that it's Chistery, and that Chistery, like, how they differentiate Chistery from all the others. Because they don't really in the show either. Like,
Hashtag not all flying monkeys.
Yeah.
Let's take a look through. So we got this opening shot of them walking through the big doors.
Interesting, they're brought in by monkey. Like, the monkey lets them in.
And they can see all these other monkeys.
Yeah, waiting and being there. Whereas in the
This
musical...
is very different storytelling.
In the musical, she does not know that there are monkeys there.
She only knows about Chistery, the one monkey butler. And
in
it was
the room.
like, he's always longed to fly. Please give him wings. And he's like, look at all these monkeys you're turning into
But she doesn't know
spies.
exist. Whereas in this, she will know that the other monkeys...
And they're clearly militarized, is the other thing. Like, these are clearly militarized monkeys. And so, I don't know. I feel like that's already going to be slightly different storytelling. And we see this in stage to film adaptations where they have to tweak certain things And in many of the best stage-to-film adaptations, they have to adjust bits of storytelling to make it work differently. We saw this recently with In the Heights that we watched the other night, which is a great movie musical adaptation. Here is this shot of the wizard,
the weeping
flames.
willow wizard face. The face with that drapage does look very Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas.
Do you know what I'm getting is the pipe organ voiced by Tim Curry from Beauty and the Beast 2 and Enchanted Christmas. It's like, the master loves my music.
It looks a lot more like alien face than kind of like dramatic theatre mask.
It's definitely giving sinister vibes.
Not oracle-y.
Yeah, I'm trying to look in this wide shot to see if there's anything else we can glean. But I don't think so. I'm just getting
just lots of flames.
Green and fire.
That's the bucket tipped over.
Oh,
so
yes,
that
it is.
that'll be from the start, from No One Wants a Wicked, when I think they're gonna do, and we've seen it in a couple of clips. I think we're gonna see the end fully in the No One Wants a Wicked.
The end of the Wizard of Oz story with the melting of the witch. What we've ascertained from previous trailers is that we're assuming all of this footage is from Wicked Part 1. If you don't know, Wicked is going to take place over 2 films to be released in 2 consecutive years, and we gather this is all from Part 1, aka Act 1 of the show.
Yeah.
But the very start of the show, Wicked, if you don't know, begins with the song No One Wants the Wicked, and then we all flash back to years previously. So this seems to be from the beginning of the film in a No One Wants the Wicked moment.
I think we're also going to get the overture where they do the Wizard of Oz story quite quickly, end with her melting.
I agree.
And then the ensemble from Munchkinland are going to start singing
Good News.
And No One Wants a Wicked, and we'll go straight into that number.
I see that happening. So this bucket moment is then going to pan to this other shot we've seen a bunch of times,
which is the melt.
With the hat in the puddle with a little bit of like sparks and steam coming off of it. This is she has melted, only the hat is left. And from there, we've had that other shot a few times where Chistery then flies through and smashes this window behind the hat. We're beginning to piece it all together.
Popular.
This very hot pink shot of Ariana Grande twirling. That is a hot pink that she is wearing. In that's not even
that's
pink.
dream sequence popular, I think. From what we've seen of different bits, I think it goes a bit dream sequency where everything kind of goes very pink.
I think it goes a bit music video.
Yeah.
I think you've got Ariana Grande, she's doing popular, she's at the height of her like silly Glinda girliness. She's doesn't have to contend with all of the other stuff that comes into Glinda's life.
And we've seen other shots of that room where it's like traditional older colour scheme beigey, so it's definitely like accentuated for the song.
This is interesting.
That's classic Wizard of Oz.
This is classic Wizard of Oz.
And you get all 4 of them.
Yeah, so we have Dorothy...
All 5 of them, because you got Toto as well.
You do have little Toto, Dorothy, Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Lion.
And the little Emerald sitting in the back. And Dorothy's holding the broom, which means
she is.
That means it's the end of the show.
Yeah, so
the end of the story.
In The Wizard of Oz, if you don't know, because they don't talk about this in Wicked, they get sent to go and retrieve the broomstick. Bring me the broomstick of the Witch of the West. That's from the Angelo Weber version. Deep cut. So he sends them to go and bring back the witch's broomstick. So this is them, post the melting of the witch, walking back along the yellow brick road, which is something you never see in The Wizard of Oz either.
No, and it also fits weirdly. Once they start singing, even with No One Wants a Wicked, that's after Dorothy's gone.
Yes.
Like, the whole No One Wants a Wicked when Glinda's singing is after Dorothy has gone back to Kansas.
Yes.
And also, Fiyero can't be there.
I think this is in the opening, and we won't see their faces.
No, I don't think we will see. I wonder if we...
Do you think we're ever going to see Dorothy's face?
Possibly in the second part.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't be shocked if we do follow Dorothy in bits of it, and they don't completely hide her like they do in
Wicked,
the musical.
Yeah,
because I think they need to spell it out a bit more of how the Wizard of Oz story fully intertwines. I mean, also they just need to fill it out more.
I also think I would like to see more of Cynthia as Elphaba being nasty to Dorothy, because Wicked doesn't say that none of that happened. Wicked doesn't say like, oh, she was never she was never wicked and she was never mean. Wicked says she was, but this is why. And so in No Good Deed in Wicked, that's her mode of being like, I'm be a wicked witch.
Yeah. I'm annoyed with the world, and every time I do good,
you've got it now.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, many spoiler alerts for Wicked in this. I'm assuming
I mean, we're assuming you know, but like, this is also interesting because in a musical, this whole section has to happen very quickly.
But this is why they're not going to show you their faces, because they don't want you to know that that's
no, they don't want you to know who it is.
Bailey.
And also, it's weird. This whole moment in the show, always, I'm like, how the heck does these timings work?
I don't think there's going to be any actor attached to the lion, because the lion does not speak.
Talks.
The lion doesn't talk in Wicked.
Not in Wicked.
The lion talks in The Wizard of Oz. The lion doesn't talk in
But
Wicked.
he does. He does technically talk.
He goes, "Arr."
He talks off stage during...
He doesn't say anything.
But I think he could.
whimpers.
I think he might be in March of the Witch Hunters.
He could be.
Because he technically is there. But they
Who would you like to see as a lion cameo?
I don't know. I mean, it could end up being James Corden
That's not bad casting.
as the Cowardly Lion.
That's not, for like a Wizard of Oz style lion, that is not bad casting.
Because
actually.
the thing is, the only reason you don't see Lion in the show is because they cannot afford to bring out Lion.
What I was going to say is, because of how they've done Dillamond, and it's just a goat, like it's not motion capture from what I can tell, it is literally just a goat with the voice of Peter Dinklage. The lion could just be a CGI lion, and if he doesn't have to speak, no actor necessarily need to be attached to it, because he doesn't speak in Wicked. You're right, they might add it. They might find ways for him to speak.
But as a character, he talks. He's not non-verbal.
He goes, "Roar." Oh, okay.
No, as a baby, but he is a talking character.
In the context of Wicked, he is an animal who can speak.
And the Wizard of Oz, like, he has to be able to speak.
We're going to get in fights about this lion. Listen, what I was going to say is, where do you recognise this shot from? This, I think, links up with one of the shots we've seen in all the previous trailers that we've been confused by, and I'm going to go check it now. We've seen a horseback rider riding on the road towards the Emerald City, and this same kind of pan zoom in that we're getting in this shot with the sunset there as well, I believe. Yeah. And that would link up with this. But if all of them are there, and if Scarecrow is there, who is that rider on horseback? And is it Elphaba? We've said spoiler alert already, so I don't know why I'm mumbling, but like, I don't know. I do not know. My first thought was that it was Fiyero. I've always assumed that was Fiyero. And if this is in the same pan, let's go check it now. It's someone in a cape. That's my thing. It is someone on horseback on a cape. So it's someone like in disguise. I think that cloud matches. Okay, side-by-side comparison. That's the same. Close, yeah. That's the same cloud. That's the same cloud. So we're going to pan past Dorothy and Friends. Then we're going to see the rider on horseback. It could just be like generic person bringing the news of the witch's demise. But they've kept showing this shot. So who is that horseback rider? Are we reading too much into this? Possibly.
I mean, possibly, because the other way it could always be the wizard, where you see the have another drink, my darker beauty.
Well, no, because we know it links with the Dorothy and Friends. That's what I'm saying. It's from that same moment. The clouds match. The clouds match. It could also feasibly not be that important, and it could just be generic person on horseback. But then I'm curious why they haven't used this shot in all those other trailers.
It's weird that because they use them meeting the wizard.
Yeah.
So I do think it is like
this is not the first reveal that they're going to be in it.
I think it is that they're going to literally do the whole of Wizard of Oz, but like a montage of the back of them.
Yeah.
So it's like this moment, then this moment of this.
We have another shot of Jonathan Bailey with his highlights playing Fiyero, wearing those trousers.
This is Dancing Through Life.
Yeah, they said we are not giving you the iconic tan jodhpurs from the show, but we understand that the trousers need to be fitted.
And they're also going to give you all around Shiz who's going to be doing stuff, because we're not at the statue.
But they're on these like circular bookcase things, which as a former library staff member, I'm very excited by. But also, if this is Dancing Through Life, and they are doing choreography on these spinning things, what movie musical does that remind you of? Because I'm immediately getting Grease. And you're the one that I want when they go in the thing.
Oh, I get you. Okay.
I feel like that's is that a nod to Grease? I don't know. I've decided it is. Then we cut to this shot of Elphaba and Glinda flying up in the wizard's balloon. This is not something that happens in the show.
No.
But we know from context this is in the middle of Defying Gravity.
And his way of travel is by hot air balloon.
Yeah, I think what's happened here is they've run away from him and they've found this tower where he's keeping all of the remnants of the life that he had before. This is his old balloon and the other stuff, and maybe that's what the broom is to do with.
Yeah.
But in terms of how this fits into Defying Gravity, I have this theory that at this moment, when they're trying to escape on it together, That's when they're doing there's no fight, we cannot win, just
When they're
you and
together, that
I,
makes sense.
defying gravity. And then that bit of the music gets stopped. And Glinda then goes, I hope you're happy. And there's a big change.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that is, in this version, the impetus for the change is the balloon bursts or something goes wrong and they can't escape. And they're like, we're stuck. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because in the show, they're bit together. They're both holding the broom. So they already have the broom. So this would be a bit of a change to that.
Yeah, this would be I need to change how I'm going to get out.
Yeah, but that is my prediction. This is Elphaba looking through a window at something. She's watching... We saw something in the reflection.
Oh, I think that must be her finding out the monkeys can fly.
Yeah.
Maybe after she realises that there's more, she looks out and then sees them.
Yeah, maybe that scene now doesn't take place in the wizard's chamber. Maybe it takes place in a different part of his house. Then we see Wizardmania. We haven't seen this before. This is brand new. So this is in the Emerald City, up in Light's very classic Broadway-style marquee. I don't think we really get to glimpse enough, but the rumour is that this might be where we see Idina and Kristin. This is the rumour I've heard online. And there's been many
Like them
rumours
watching Wizardmania or something like that.
that they might be performing in Wizardmania.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is one of the cutest ways, because we know they're not playing...
They're not playing any, like, well-known character.
I don't believe they're playing their parents.
No.
And so I think one of the sweetest ways for them to pay homage to them would be to have the two girls watch them performing in the show.
Yeah.
And to have them be on stage.
Yeah.
To have them be performing in some capacity because they are the stage versions of those characters. But I don't think we really get to see enough of it in this. We do get this other shot of all of these green bearded guards who have to have their beards tucked out of the way. Or they're holding their beards. It's a lot of beard going on.
It's to the side, like sashes.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get a group, The Wizard Will See You Now, or just one. And there are probably West End performers in this lineup.
And you've got a little balloon at the top, signifying the importance of the balloon with the wizard.
All of like the cult of the wizard personality, all of that stuff going on in this gorgeous Emerald City sequence. Then we see Jeff Goldblum as the wizard.
Where he's hidden in the control room.
I'd never noticed the hair parallels between him and Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
They have such strikingly similar hair in this. Yeah. This is a scene of students
throwing stuff in the air, and she's in the middle.
I think they're both in the middle.
I think that's loathing.
I think it's loathing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was loathing. But this is... It's called What Is This Feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like shorthand is just loathing.
Yeah. This is Dancing Through Life.
Yeah.
Johnny Bailey there.
And
on
you got
a table.
Glinda up here.
Glinda on another table. That's Ethan Slater with his
that's
horrible
Brock.
orange and blue sweater vest. This is the shot that keeps confusing me because the window is already broken, but she's there inside. So it's like she flies out with the broom, takes it on a test ride, and then goes back in.
Okay.
And I can't quite rationalise why that would be, or how it works with the song.
Unless the broom is not there. And the broom comes in through the window.
We've seen a shot of the broom slowly rising up through that same big staircase that they flew the balloon up. The broom rises up through that. I think we've seen that already.
Okay.
So I don't really... No, I'm trying to think of a moment of the song, unless it's when she has like a solo verse and she already goes and flies with it and then she comes back for Glinda. It's all a little bit confusing.
Either that or it's a monkey that does it and it's just a very, like, it's pre-broken by that.
This is
Munchkinland,
Yellow Brick Road.
That feels like the start of it. That feels like good news.
Look, it's Glinda coming down in the bubble.
Because there's no point later on when it's a happy thing. Oh, unless, that could be from baby Elphaba and Nessa.
Oh, it could be from
because
baby
we
Elphaba
know,
and Nessa.
because when we see that scene of baby Elphaba, they are definitely in Munchkinland, because obviously they both grew up in Munchkinland.
Yeah.
So that could be us following baby
They are the
Elfie.
daughters of the governor.
Yeah, it could be baby Elfie time.
See, look, okay, so she breaks the window.
Yeah.
The window's not broken. She flies through an unbroken window and she breaks it. So this is my defying gravity curiosity. Cynthia's Elphaba definitely breaks the window, but we see that shot of her back inside with the window already broken. So it's like she flies out once, does a chorus, comes back for Ariana. Ariana's like, honestly, I'm good. And then she leaves.
This goes.
End of the film. Like, that seems to be what happens, and I'm just struggling to wrap my head around that. So we see her
She's
flying.
there.
Yeah, the sun is setting. Monkeys all about the place. Goldblum watching in horror in his nice little greenhouse with his lovely shoes. I feel like this is reaction to Chistery flying. What is Ariana saying at that point? That'll give us a clue.
You actually did it.
You actually did it. Yeah, that's...
Actually did it. So that's her that's her giving Chistery wings.
Yeah. This is Bok looking very sad about something.
Oh, wait, no, this could be him looking up and seeing Fiyero with Glinda.
I think this is somewhere during Dancing Through Life.
It's either that or it's him looking up and seeing Glinda with Elphie. One or the other. But I think it must be her with Fiyero. Glinda with Fiyero, and that's why he's so distraught.
I wonder if this is post Glinda getting him to ask Nessa to the dance.
And then she sees...
And then he sees that she's got Fiyero, and he realises... Oh, hold on, let me turn the slow down. This bit you were talking about.
It's Elphaba running through the fields and jumping, and I'm like, what point is this? Other than the only time I can... Oh, I know what it is.
What do you think
it's the Wizard and I.
I think it's the Wizard and I. This is an I Want song on film moment.
Yeah.
This is a part of your world. This is every time they do an I Want song on film, they love to have them running around. This is Zac Efron, bed on it, bed on it, bed on it, bed on it.
Unless that scene where we saw her, there's somebody with a cloak on the horseback is also Wizard and I.
But the clouds match Dorothy. I'm not going to let you forget about these clouds.
You won't let the clouds go.
The clouds.
I think people just cheat.
I'm going to be furious if, like... Listen, that sky has been filled with monkeys and green women. No way those clouds are staying in the same place years apart. Nonsense. Anyway, this is them hugging at the party. She's wearing the hat. Meaningful moment. Yeah. The enemies 5 minutes ago, instantly best friends. I think they are dressed for Defying Gravity there.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think she's hyping her up to do the Chistery spell. Just like, you got this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the broom coming up.
That's the broom. But the window's already open.
But the window's already... What? But she's holding the broom when she breaks the window. How is the window broken and then she... I have such questions. Is there a broken window there that gets broken somehow, then she jumps out a different window and breaks that? Why would she not go through the already broken window? Is it because of that shot? We saw a shot where the guards come and she has to jump over with the broom. She flies over the middle bit. And then she goes out the other side. Does she have to break a second window?
Well, how did the guards arrive?
Did
the guards come through the window?
No, we've seen a shot of them coming up the stairs. We see this clip of them together during Popular, rolling their shoulders back together in the mirror. Do we think this is the film version of Toss Toss?
Yeah, that's Toss Toss.
Yeah, that's Aaron being like...
And they're doing it together because I feel like you can't do... It's got to be a little bit tighter.
Do you think they're changing it so it's not about hair because they have very different hair types? Do you think they thought that would read different? Bog pulling Nessa into the dance floor, I think is, let's dance.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm curious about this.
So this is, I feel like
this is the wizard showing Elphaba and Glinda the Carousel of Progress.
It's showing them the world of Oz.
Look, that's the other castle.
Yeah, that's Kiamiko.
Which is not a very good secret castle if it's one of the 4 buildings on his big diagram of Oz. This is definitely pre-Defying Gravity. I would have thought this was Wonderful if Glinda wasn't there. But I'm wondering, have they added a pre-pre's of Wonderful so Goldblum gets to sing something in the first film? Because otherwise there's not much wizard in Act 1 otherwise. So do they flesh out that first meeting moment? And does he get a version of the song Wonderful where it's more him being like, I came to Oz and I did all these things, and we don't get the revelation of him being like, and it's all a bit of a lie, but it's, yeah.
When does he sing Sentimental Man?
In that first act.
Yeah.
But this is a lot for him to be singing Sentimental Man while stood in like Babbacombe Model Village. This is too much happening here. It is giving very Walt Disney.
Yeah.
It's very much that, and like this is a roof.
And you've got to clear where the yellow brick road goes as well.
Yeah, I love it from a world building.
It is cool to see.
Yeah, this is the Grimmery because that's wings.
Oh yes, it is.
This is the levitation spell again. And we can see the green in the background. Yeah, the Grimmery she's hexagonal in the film.
But weird because when it's folded, because obviously you can see where it opens.
Yeah.
So it halves.
It's like a compact mirror.
It does that as well because of where the page turn is. So it folds down and then across.
You're right. The binding on that doesn't actually make sense. It's magic, and I'm going to write it off as it's magic.
Because it needs
the page binding on
fold and then go across.
Yeah, the page binding on that is not even functional. It's magic is what we're going to say here. Thank you for catching that.
That's Chistory in pain when he's gaining his winds.
But I think he might be the only one that has... Maybe he's the only one that has armor like that, and so that's how we tell...
Well, maybe he's like the general in like...
Yeah.
How they've... That's I'm Not That Girl.
Yeah, that's her...
During the lion cut
like,
scene.
the lion cut you. Look at your highlights. Then we see Munchkinland.
This is the start of Good News.
She's dead.
She arrives in a bubble.
Glinda. This is the guards rushing in to go up the stairs.
Yep.
So that is how they arrive. This is the monkeys flying from Yamako.
Yeah, this is the start of the film.
Yes.
That's the start of the film, and they're flying out.
Because we have the monkeys running around on stage at the start of the show as well. So it's
because they're free and they're flying out because she's died.
To that. This is Michelle's Wicked Witch speech, which I will say again, still I was hoping for something with a little bit more power, but we might get a different version than the trailer version in the film.
Maybe. It does feel like it's... Or maybe we hear it there and then we hear it echo out over Oz.
There's also something to be said for films being a little more naturalistic and a little less theatrical.
Yeah.
Like, if you take My House and Matilda's example, it's played much bigger on the stage than it is on film, and both are great choices. I think both work in their own ways. That's the Flying Broom.
The Flying Broom.
Window's already broken.
But it might have come through a window across. Because it's flying across. It's not flying up. Oh, that window's broken.
Maybe all the windows are just already broken.
Yeah, from the monkeys.
Maybe it is from the monkeys.
I think it could be from the monkeys.
But we see her break one. We're back to Windowgate. Anyway, we're nearly at the end of this little trailer. Her flying over Emerald City by night. Unless the sun set really quick, this feels like a different time. But that would have to be from the second film. So I'm puzzled by this. I assume the sun just sets really quick. We've seen this before.
Yeah, and also, like, there's a lot of song after she flies.
There's a whole other chorus. Yeah.
So, for all we know, she could go on a very big tour of the whole of Oz and come back to, like, a big weaving around.
Yeah, there were a couple audio moments I wanted to listen to. Let me put it back into a normal playback speed.
It's weird that he says, follow the road, it's going to lead you right to me. The only thing I could think is that in the invitation that they get? Or is that...
Oh, it could be. That's smart. Or is he saying this to Dorothy and friends?
He doesn't say it to Dorothy and friends. It's just they've already followed the road to him.
I know, but it feels like a bring me the broomstick of the witch.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Yeah.
We're going to hear more of Cynthia's defying gravity. Obviously, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Who's surprised? So recently, they also shared this making of featurette, and we see some behind-the-scenes stuff. So we see like
there's a yellow
putting
bit
her
road.
hand on the. I think that's paying her respects to
Nessa.
Fallen House.
Yeah, that's an Act 2 moment, I think.
There's a house on my sister. So this could therefore be from either film.
Yeah.
Flying through Munchkinland sequence where we can see this banner, definitely Munchkinland, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to see that in No One Mourns the Wicked. Like, we're going to see...
And probably March of the Witch Hunters as well.
Yeah, I think that's probably when it gets unveiled,
veiled.
but we'll have seen it already in the first film. Wizardmania's open air. They have open air theatre in Oz.
So when they open it, that's just the stage.
Yeah.
So it's just an open area.
It's very welcome to Duloc.
Yeah. There's the fountain.
It's not quite high definition for me to pick out any individual to tell
there's
you.
a group of people dancing.
And they're not going to spoil Idina or Kristin in one of these little behind the scenes featurettes, but you can see
that's the stage of Wizardmania.
Yeah, you can see performance here.
That's the head view of Munchkinland. You can see the yellow brick road going through.
But these tulips here, that is just the lesbian flag. That is absolutely the lesbian pride flag. And why should it not be? Honestly, like, good for the lesbian community. But it's not even like an homage to it. That's just literally, it's almost exact. That's the effigy of the witch that gets burned. I love how much of it was really
practical.
Yeah. We can see the boat there with Glinda.
There's the entrance to Shears when they're driving.
And co. This looks like Glinda's mother. We've only ever seen this boat shot from the other side, and it was Glinda's father, and we couldn't see Glinda's mother.
Yeah, but
we believe that's a former Elphaba from the West End. The train's real.
Wow.
The train is real. The 16-ton train. I assume that was just a CGI train. It looks like CGI.
It's an actual train.
That is real. That is a real... Oh, it's probably enhanced.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another... We haven't seen this before. Box sliding up to Nessa. Is that him asking
That's during Dancing Through Life. That's probably when it's...
Oh, Nessa Rose, I have
Nessa,
something I want
yeah.
to tell you. Fiyero holding a lamp. These are party outfits.
That's them going to the Oscars ballroom.
All coming back. This is the shot. I haven't known what it is. Is this behind the scenes? Are these production people or are these other Shiz students? Is that Nessa?
I can't...
Because we can see a camera person there.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is...
No, because their hair's done back.
There's nothing in the musical that this could correspond to as far as I can figure out, because it's been confusing me for the past few trailers.
It could be I'm Not That Girl.
It could be I'm Not That Girl.
Because I'm Not That Girl is a montage even on the stage. Because you see, like Glinda and Fiyero running over the top and her singing the whole song like
so
that.
we see montage clips of them hanging out and her being
they get
the third wheel.
on, them being with Nessa, like it kind of adds to that feeling of they're getting on. And,
Technically a fifth wheel.
well, like, yeah, and like she's getting on with everybody, but internally, the idea of her feeling left out, like wanting but not having, that would make sense.
Well, that I think is all of the new shots that we have to look at. Just tiny new little nuggets of information, but helping to piece together what some of these sequences are going to look like, confirming to us things that are going to be in the film.
And what's your biggest question marks that you've now gained?
I have such questions about windows and about the breaking of the window and the idea of her maybe flying before the final flight in Defying Gravity.
I think my biggest one is now that they're adding a more links to the original film.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping there's not going to be any sudden plot holes that suddenly appear by doing it, but it does make me more intrigued as to how much world building outside of the events they're going to do.
Does Keala Settle have a more substantial role than we realised? She's playing Miss Cottle, who in the context of the show is just one of the other teachers handing out room assignments.
It's weird that she's not been seen once.
She's Lady with a Clipboard from that opening Shiz scene in the show, but not featured at all in the trailer.
Which is weird to announce her.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because she's not an unannounced cameo.
No.
Like why they may be keeping some of these other characters from us. That is a question mark. And also, hashtag who is on the horse? Who's on the horse? Who is on the horse? Comment down below with your thoughts about all of these questions and any other things that you may have noticed from this trailer or any disagreements you may have with us. And then we can all fight about it in the comment section as we wait impatiently for this film to be released. Not too long now. We're in the final stretch. Less than 6 months till we get Wicked.
How many more times will we see Wicked before we see the film?
This is the question. I can neither confirm nor deny, but I am very excited. I hope you're excited as well. Comment down below with all of your thoughts. We will see you as and when the next trailer drops, and I will see you before then with many more videos here on YouTube about all of your other favourite musicals. In the meantime, I hope that everyone is staying safe and that you have a stagey day. Bye-bye. Bye. For 10 more seconds, I'm Mickey Joe Theatre. Oh my god, hey. Thanks for watching, have a stagey day. Subscribe!